Oh, hey, cuties. I'm feeling a little hood. Feeling a little hood radish. Come on in, hit the like button. You got to know the boy, future is the aim. Oh, you make the change, do the jump, man, game. You got to know this the remix right here. Grand hustle, baby, it's the kings right here. You got to know we got the package extra side. Don't I love my vegetables, extra cheese and black. Don't young lady like to kick it like crack. Don't I be with J Money serving everybody? We up in Manchester City throwing up the pride. Me and Till take it off like a ride. Ain't my money long. Ain't still put it on. Hey. Y'all excuse me, I'm feeling a little hood radish. Yo, hey. Well, ain't I? It's a like button. Hey.
Oscars in the trunk and make you do the Macarena. Pull up to the floor, yeah, motherfucker, ain't I? All the black cool, I could buy a 10K now. Remix, Young LA and T.I., that's a banger. You want that thing? Don't hear me.
Hey.
And I got emotions. We be in Ferraris, the cars with the horses. On the pill, ride down there. Ice 30 below, minus the wind chill.
Hey.
And I'm back in chrome, and I'm going strong. And I got it going on, young strong. Smoking songs, and I put it on. And I rock the A's, and my money long.
Ain't I? Hey.
Purple label, ain't I fresh as I could be? Made it through my situation, ain't I blessed as I could be? Ain't I laughing at these haters trying to take a shot at me? They don't know which way to go, I make it easy.
Follow me.
Understand, ain't I insane? I think that's the way I gotta be. Ain't I so super fly, boy? Ain't nobody hot as me. ATL all on TV when he wake up and go to sleep. Everywhere they notice me. Ain't for yourself, just go and see. My community, I'm serving.
Hey.
Hope I don't succeed. Keep snitching, no indeed. You come with that common for your show, I have to commandeer. Since I see you can't take over, I just have to volunteer. Hey, ain't I your superior? Listen here, bro, you not up here. I'm so once it ain't funny.
Watch the G as I appear.
Make it so loud and clear. Gonna be gone for about a year, so paper trail you gotta hear. But ain't I out of here? Hey, smoking songs, ain't I put it on?
Hey. All right, I'm feeling a little hood radish. Just a tad bit. Happy Saturday. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that part out, but it is what it is. Happy Memorial Day weekend to each and every one of you. I just really wanted to chat before I have a dinner date. So I had to cancel my mock jury tonight. But let me remove this. Let me say some hellos. We're gonna get started. But welcome. I do want to start off by saying I text Aunt Debbie. She's feeling much better. She's still in the hospital. So keep her in your prayers. And welcome. Okay. Let's see. Linda Gamble. Let me stop sharing this screen. Linda Gamble is here. Shout out to the cutie moms. Linda Gamble. Teresa. I see you guys. Shout out to the cuties. All of you guys and the cutie crew. Hey, Veronica Monroe. Cutie crew, the order has been placed. I have to tell you guys, I almost walked up out that BI yesterday. But I went ahead and placed that order because I ain't got time to be going around to other places. But welcome to the Cuties. Welcome to the Cutie Crew. And Annette Cotto, I see your comment, and Sherry. Let's see. We're gonna get to both comments. That's gonna be my first topic. But first, let me do this over here. Let me do that over there. Okay, I said I was gonna try to say hello to each and every one of you. Hey V Jackson, I hope you got my response, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome to each and every one of you. I want to start this off by giving some props, the shout out, the congratulations, all of the above to D Me, Melody Cherie, Charnita's World, Tilted Crown Productions, all of the above. Black Girls Rock, okay? And Charnita's World won the award for the 46th annual Telly Award. That's amazing. It really, really is. Mel has tear emojis and praising God as they should. I'm going to play this, but I'm going to have to pause the music. You guys know what I have to do. But let's take a look. God did. All right, let's keep listening. Best reality series. That's amazing. That's amazing. Keep up the great work. I talked to D Me this week. Shout out to D Me's cousin, who was just a cutie. Subscribe to my channel, and D Me called me while she was with her cousin. Love you guys. Love you, D Me. Melody Cherie. Congratulations again to Charnita's World, her family, her husband, Nubian TV, all of the above. Hey, Philly girl for life. Yes, that's great news. So, I'll read what Mel had to say. She said, and he keeps on blessing me. This feels so surreal. I don't have much I can say on this post. I put it all in my story. It's just unreal, unbelievable, and I thank God. D Me and another one, Charnita's World, y'all are Black excellence. So shout out to Mel. I also want to go to D Me's page real quick. Give me 1 second. And D Me posted about it yesterday. I was out and about, so I couldn't repost then. But I'll share what D Me had to say. You guys know I just call her my sis from the Shy, Dawn Michelle. And she said, y'all pinch me because I'm still thanking God above and reeling about the Telly Awards we just won for Charnita's World, starring that Betty Boss chick, Charnita, alongside her husband, Jason, and beautiful children, friends, family, and staff. What a blessing for Tilted Crown Productions and every single person involved. To the dopest client and partner, Melody Cherie, you sure know how to pick them, baby. Thank you, Nubian TV. And she went on naming a couple people and every last person who worked on the show with us, from Crafty Production, Legal, Viewers, CC's, Press, Music Production. Thank you. Her daughter is Libby Hot Cheeto, and so on. This is not an easy business, and we could not have done this without you all. We are humbled. Who commented over here? Oh, D Me. Responded to me. So anyway, Black Girls Rock. Black Girls Rock. And congratulations again. Also, congrats to Mel. She had her live yesterday on TikTok. Again, I was out in them streets, but I did stop through. I am on a freezing halt for now. And if you remember, I'll try to repost one of my stories, but I posted all of my toiletries before I even moved from Arizona, and I said that was it, and I've done nothing but add to it. So that should let you know how much I got. But let's get into these hot topics, child. Let's get into these hot topics. Shout out to 104 of you joining me on this Memorial Day weekend. Please hit the like button. Shout out to the replay gang yang and those of you that's watching from the bushes. We're going to go ahead and start off with Lil Miss Shirley. Now, when it comes to Lil Miss Shirley, if I'm not mistaken, the Cutie crew and I discussed this behind the wall. Yes, Shirley, I have been peeping in on Streamers University. Shout out to Kai Sinet. I think he's an amazing young man. He's not on the same path as DDG, but thank you for putting that in the chat. Let me say this about DDG. He's there as well as a professor. And from what I can tell, doing his thing. But DDG is losing sponsors. Do I have that up? I didn't plan on discussing it in this live, and I think I may have, let's see if it's this one. Nope. I think I may have closed that out. We'll discuss on another day. But welcome again. Let's get started. Lil Miss Shirley, Cutie Crew and I discussed this behind the walls, and we were split. A lot of us were split on what we felt when it comes to the promotion of her. Let me say this. Pink Diva was one of them over there, baby, going to bat for Lil Miss Shirley and her mama. And her mama has had CPS called on her. I do not agree with people calling CPS, period, unless you see with your own eyes that a child is in danger. I've never been a fan of it, and people do it on social media. I don't like it at all. But again, a lot of us were split when it comes to if we felt like it was a tad bit much when it comes to what was going on as far as this mom promoting her baby. Okay. And we, again, with us being split, I was on the side of, well, I'll say this. When we, and I will say, just looking at this that I'm going to show you guys in a minute, it is the wording of this fan page that I believe had a lot of people, I wouldn't say in an uproar, but I guess some were, because it had hit the net that she had an OnlyFans page for her daughter. Not in that way. So that's where I was like, now, wait a minute. I don't care if they got a kids section. We talked about it, and I told you guys I was not going over there to look. I don't want OF in my algorithm, period. But when we spoke about it, a lot of people saying that there's other things that people promote on OnlyFans, and they got a kids section, this, that, and the other. I still wasn't down for it, period. Based off of what OF is known for. Well, before I play the video, you can see here, it is a Facebook group, and it says Miss Shirley's Dance Universe OnlyFans page. The wording of that, and I haven't researched this, but shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. I was in the middle of trying to edit this video. Shout out to J28 for sending it to me early this morning from another page. Baby, she let loose. She let loose. And look, this is her daughter, but as with anything, my channel, anybody else who got a channel or anybody else that's in the public, people will scrutinize. But yeah, I don't think they should have called CPS. But the wording, Miss Shirley's Dance Universe OnlyFans page, people immediately went to OnlyFans. So we're going to take a listen to what she has to say. Put it in the comments. I will read a couple of the comments that were in the chat before we started and you all's, and then I'll give my thoughts after. Look at Cookie from the Shy over there. Cookie from the Shy. All right, let's go ahead and take a listen.
The call DHS on me about my child that's well taken care of. Y'all are sick. I'm a mama before anything. I'm sick of you low life trying to discredit me as a mother. And to anybody, any elders that's on here, I apologize for my cursing. I apologize if you feel I'm being disrespectful, but I am tired. I'm tired. Y'all want really start up there. I actually got a call from the police station today for me to come up to the police station because a miserable called DHS and told DHS and the police station all about the time I got a OnlyFans. It's a month fan page. It's not no OnlyFans. Y'all.
Now I'm gonna pause right there because again, notice my mouse on the screen. That wording. And again, this her business. This her baby. It is what it is. But the wording, only fan. A lot of people, I do think, would assume, hey, Sammy, that hello to all of you. Wait a minute now. That's the first thing that's going to pop in folks' head. It was brought to me. I didn't see it for myself when the Cutie Crew and I discussed it, and as we were talking about it, somebody mentioned that. So, yeah, maybe just Miss Shirley's Dance Universe fan page. But again, her daughter, her business. Let's continue.
I'll take this shit that y'all see on social media and run with it. Y'all are a miserable mother. Y'all are sick. I had to go to the police station today. They did an investigation asking me about the OnlyFans. Where people picking her up. Well, do she only get booked at adult events? Y'all literally got a video going around talking about she only get booked at adult events, but kids in the background. Make it make sense to me. She got an OnlyFans. If you go to Miss Shirley Dance Universe, in parentheses, it had fans only. It's for her.
It say only fans. Again, her mama, her business.
Fans only. Not no fuck. What the look like? Put my baby on only. I'm not even on there. What sense do that make? Make it make sense. Y'all so damn slow and damn. Y'all take anything y'all see on social media and run with it.
Now, look, she got a right to be upset because for me, again, yeah, why would people do that? Even if you think the little girl is dancing too much or the little girl is dancing at events where adults are or the little girl, whatever you feel about the little girl, that's her mama. And no one has seen this child unattended or anything like that. Shout out to those in the Cutie Crew that broke down. Hey, girlfriend, that broke down the trail rides. We had L'Oreal. We had a couple of you guys that broke down, these trail ride events or whatever. And it's my understanding that most times they start during the day and kids are there and all of that. And then after hours, I guess it's adult only. I don't know. Yes, peace, love, and light, that part. Because even when she just said it right now, she said fans only. You guys just have to remember when people hear only fan, that's what they gonna think. You know what I mean? But beautiful baby. We talked about that. She's a beautiful child. And yeah, we can't raise other folks' kids, okay? And she was highly upset, rightfully so. That's wrong. She had to go to the popos. And she said she went on further in the other video. Shout out to J28, saying that they took her to the back. They left the baby in the front, I guess, with the popo while they were questioning her. It was a lot. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't think that's right at all. But let's go through some comments real quickly. This person say, ma'am, sit that child down somewhere. Stop the damn meet and greets with grown people. So even with her coming out and speaking, they don't care. This person said, and I'm not picking, I'm just going down the line. I don't know, still exploiting that baby. This person said, good. Now get that baby off the internet and gymnastics and or ballet. This person, it's child exploitation. When she turned her back to the crowd and popped her hip on J Hud's show, that bothered me as a mom. I'll read a couple more, then I'm gonna read what you guys have to say. Shirley is a cutie, but I do agree she shouldn't be booked for adult events. Nobody called CPS on Honey Boo Boo, mama, but called on this mother. This person said it's only grown when it's little black girls. This is a shame, a damn shame. Y'all hating on a little girl. Little Miss Shirley speaks clearly and respectful. She doesn't even give the energy of a bothered child. Exploitation of a child, regardless. Yeah, that child is too young to be doing that. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to read a couple of you all's comments. If you didn't already, let me know what you think. Before we started this live, we had Annette. Annette said, "Hey, chat, we have to keep the positive vibes going on for this child, our community, and parents. Maybe you meant and community and parents involved. Look up live by faith." All right. Sherry Morris said, "Good evening, chit chat and community. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. I was wondering when this would possibly happen. Some of these parents need to stop exploiting their little girls." Bravo said, "There are protections against that. CPS is government agency, so knowing your rights is prevalent." All right. Teresa said, "That part, in my opinion, there was no need to call CPS." Okay. And just a reminder, everybody's opinions are valid. No one is wrong. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Charnel said that's how it goes at the trail rides. Okay. Indigo Girl said people do too much. Their lives are miserable and have too much time on their hands. Peace, Love, and Light said they took this too far. Now this child has to go through certain types of evaluations with CPS. And Peace, Love, and Light, the mom said that I believe she said this coming Tuesday. I guess CPS is coming out to her house, you know. And like I said, she was highly upset. Indigo Girl said they want to stop her money bag is pure envy. She goes nowhere without her mother. Right. And the mom went on to say, look, she been doing this. Not as far as the child, but just, she don't even need the money. She didn't even need her child to go viral. She said, what did she say? Shout out because she is a fellow cosmetologist, although I don't practice anymore. But she says she's been doing hair since 96, I believe, or something like that. And yeah. Hello, Aunt Natty. How are you? Peace, love, and light. I taught my grandbaby to line dance, but I told her easy on the hip movement. Why peace, love, and light? Why? Why easy on the hip movement? You think that part too much? And I'm with you if you do. Again, we had an awesome discussion. Shout out to Side Eye, the Sage. Side Eye went on to tell us how, there's different nationalities, races, whatever, Caribbeans, for example, where they go to the carnivals and that the carnival events, and their kids born and raised and dance like that. A lot of people feel like people shouldn't actualize things when looking at kids, but on the flip side of that, hey Danya, how are you, sis? On the flip side of that, a lot of us was raised where our mama told us, sit your ass down. Now, you ain't doing that. No. You ain't no twerking, ain't no nothing. My mama would say, I don't know if I should say that part. Yeah, my mama wouldn't have it, but my mama, her mama, two different people. She's four. Peace, love, and light. Okay, couple more. And I think I read that she misworded and people alluded to OnlyFans. Yeah. Hopefully she's changed the title, but if she hasn't, her business, child, I don't know why people even bother to do this on gossip alone. Expound, flip the script. What do you mean? Well, she dresses her appropriately compared to how them Kardashians were dressing their kids. So yeah, thank you, Rolanda. So yeah, that's her baby. That child came out of her, and they shouldn't have called the popos or CPS. I do not agree with that. Now, she did say she don't appreciate the discussions, such as one that we're having. And ma'am, you guys on social media, people are going to talk. You know what I mean? And everybody is not talking in a negative way. Facts, Danya. Sit your grown arse down. That's what my mama would have said too, child. Okay. Nevertheless, said it was cute at first, but it is a little much. I will admit that the first video that I saw of Lil Miss Shirley, is that her real name? Anybody know? Is her name Shirley? The first video I saw of, and I call her Lil Miss Shirley, was when she had on the little camouflage. And I think that's the video that went viral. And I actually thought it was cute. But as time has gone on, Lil Miss Shirley has gotten some practice in. And you know, she dancing. And again, that's her business. Okay, Lariah. That's her name. All right, just Mia. Teresa said her name is Lariah. So shout out to Lariah and Lariah's mother. And hopefully the public will. Oh, that's cute. Lariah Jezere. That's cute. One of my childhood friends' names is Desiree. Thank you, Charnel. But shout out to Lariah Jezere, Little Miss Shirley, and her mother. Okay. Bravo. I remember your position on that too, sis. I remember the your position on that too. And Bravo was like, no, she's fine. Nothing's wrong. Leave that baby alone. But yeah, to the mom, you can expect conversations and they're everywhere. But to the folks that's calling, and this should be a lesson to anybody that's on the outside looking in. I have never ever in life ever called an agency on anybody. And I definitely wouldn't call again if I didn't see something that was extremely dangerous, or, you know, a child getting their hands put on them real bad, all of that. You know, so for this, yeah, no, they were wrong. Whoever did that. So yeah, we're done with that. I wish I still had this up. I don't have it up. And we'll talk about this in another video, but maybe I have it in my email. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. You guys remember the Georgia twins? Let me open this.
New findings tonight and the mysterious deaths of
Hold
twin
on.
brothers from Gwinnett County found.
Hold on.
So this is the case in this.
Oh, child. Two things open. Let me put this to a new window. You guys remember the Georgia twins who were on their way to the airport, and unfortunately both were unalive. First of all, prayers going up to their families. Well, the GBI has revealed the official findings and the actual manner of their deaths. So if you don't remember, they were found on top of that mountain. And I believe one of the firefighters or somebody that pulled up on the scene took pictures and got in trouble about that. Well, let's go ahead. We'll do a live reaction of the news clip about this. I was shocked to hear this because I definitely thought it was, let me cancel this. Give me 1 second. Foul play. And it looks like it's not, guys. It looks like it's not. So let's go ahead and take a look. It's a short news clip. Prayers going up to the family. And you guys take a look. Give me 1 second. All right. This is courtesy of news station 11 Alive.
Grabbed national attention from the arrest of a firefighter accused of leaking a crime scene photograph to the twins' family, pushing back against the GBI's initial ruling of their deaths being a murder-suicide.
Now the agency is issuing a final ruling. 11 Live's Cody Alcorn is live from outside of GBI headquarters with what we have learned here, Cody.
Jennifer and Ron, just hours ago, the GBI releasing those findings in which they said that the deaths of Khaidir and Nazir Lewis have officially been ruled suicides, and it appears there was only one gun used.
All right. So I'm gonna continue. But again, they said that it was suicide with only one pow used. And they're gonna go into, because as soon as they said that, I'm like, well, how is that possible? You know, because at first, well, I'll just let them say it.
After a 10-week investigation, the GBI has now ruled the deaths of Khaidir and Nazir Lewis suicides. The twin brothers, just 19 years old, were found shot to death on top of Bell Mountain on March 9th. At first, investigators suspected a murder-suicide, but the family never believed that. Here's what their uncle Raheem Bronner told me back in March.
They're very protective of each other. They love each other. They're like inseparable.
I gotta pause. Poor babies. Oh my goodness.
So I can imagine them hurting each other.
Now the GBI says neither brother killed the other. The family previously said the twins missed a flight to Boston the morning before the shooting, but the GBI now says only Nazir had a ticket and he went to the airport alone.
All right, so I'm gonna pause right there. And I'm going to continue, but they said that only one of the twins had a flight. And he's the only one that went to, so there weren't two tickets for both of them. He's the one that went to the airport at first, but he never boarded the flight. Let's continue.
Never boarded the flight. Investigators say Nazir also bought ammunition used in the shooting and that it was delivered to their Lawrenceville home 3 days before their deaths. Then,
all right, I'm going to pause again. So according to the investigators in Georgia, one of the, I don't know which, just by looking at their pictures, which is which, one of the brothers ordered, a pow and ammunition, and it was delivered to their home 3 days before this unfortunate event. Let's continue.
And forensic analysis of their phones revealed internet searches on how to load a gun and suicide rates. The GBI also says autopsies show both brothers fired a gun. But one question remains, and it's one the GBI may never be able to answer. Why would two young men enrolled in spring college courses with plans for the future, two brothers who didn't like to hike or drive outside the perimeter, take a 100-mile trip to North Georgia, climb to the top of a remote mountain, and take their own lives? One after the other, with the same gun, meaning one of them had to watch the other die, then pick up the gun and pull the trigger. It's a question that may forever haunt this family.
All right, prayers going up. I wanted to touch on this and touch and go on it because we had spoken about this before. There are a lot of people that's still not totally convinced, even with this. And, I'm kind of on that side. I hate to say it. It just still does not seem right to me. I don't want to be in denial. And prayers again going up to the family, but those are the official police findings. And if they somehow, and I'm sure that they have, already matched up the bullets with the gun and all of that, then I think that they probably have released the right information. Don't know. That's what they're reporting, and all I can say is prayers going up. So I just wanted to bring a close to it because it was such a sad story. And yeah, prayers going up. All right, guys, we're going to get into something that's just totally getting on my nerves. I see a lot of you guys. Thank you, TNC family. You are watching from work. Shout out to those in the bushes looking, child. Y'all drop down and do more than just look. But I appreciate you guys. And I see what you guys have to say. So to the cutie crew, you guys know we discuss a lot of these type of stories behind closed doors. I will make a notation for us to touch on this in our members only this week. And, we'll give our thoughts on it. It's very hard to believe TNTG, Mom. It really, really is. My goodness. Lolita, drop down. when it comes to Lil Miss Shirley, and says still not okay to have her acting out the my video. And we looked at that in members only. If you guys not a member, let me go ahead and drop it in the chat. Do I have it? Let's see. Join us. Join us. Join the cutie crew. We again have a lot of discussions amongst ourselves, and our personal situations and all of that. I'll try to find it before we're done. But yeah, we'll talk about this. Okay, let's see. Shout out to 287 of you. It is Since Liz, Patricia. It is. Thank you, MLC. Thank you for dropping down from the bushes, sis. Red Ann. Hey, sis. T Booth said the story just doesn't make sense to me. I agree. And yeah, that's about all I can say. I'll talk about it a little more. Hey, J28, I mentioned you. Thank you for sending me the Lil Miss Shirley video. I had to play the one that was on Neighborhood Talk because of the cussing, but they shouldn't have called them people on her. Okay. Yesterday, we were supposed to have the No Cap show. Pink Diva had some car issues, and I was tired. I was out in them streets all day long. But what I wanted to discuss on the No Cap show yesterday, we're going to touch on it right now. I'm sick of their ass. That's all I got to say. I am sick of Remy Ma and Papoose. Period. Hey, Roy, y'all. They've been going at it, child, since Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday. Danya, tell me your thoughts, sis, about this Remy Ma and Papoose. I'm gonna tell you, Debbie is doing good. CC, I mentioned her at the start of the live, so I did send her a text. She responded back to me that she's feeling much better. She's still in the hospital. Keep her in your prayers. To be real, are you sick of them, baby? I'm just gonna say this, Remy Ma, and I'm so glad that somebody posted this right before I went live, and I'm gonna bring it up. Oh, not on this screen. Hold on, guys. What you doing over here? Let me do it on this screen. Remy Ma and Papoose are both still in love with each other. Period. Point blank. Okay. I've been saying it, but somebody else said it on Twitter, and the Neighborhood Talk reposted it, and I'm glad that they did. Look, you're not getting all that energy from me. You're not. Period. If we done broke up. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something toxic that I said, and I meant that ish. And I know that it's an unreasonable request. But when it comes to Remy Ma and Papoose, two things. It's so much. I'm definitely not going into all that I had planned to do yesterday, because it's been video after video after video. It's been Papoose's daughter coming out snapping. It's been, I don't even know, is she a sad chick and a sad dude? It's been Remy and Papoose. It's too much. Oh, Cece said, how old is Timu Papoose? Pap and Remy both robbing the cradle. Hey, Brittany Janae. Look, they've been separated for 2 years. And this is why I'm just going to use myself for an example. When you decide to separate, go ahead and decide to divorce. Because the longer the separation, the more this type of foolishness comes into play. If you serious, you serious. I was serious. Nuh-uh, J28. I was serious, okay? When I separated, I knew we ain't no coming back to this. Divorce followed, what, 6 months later, 7, 8, something like that. And yeah, they've been separated for 2 years. So in these 2 years, Remy Ma publicly cheated. If you want to stand by that, if you want to stand by still married and getting it on with somebody else's cheating, then Remy Ma cheated first publicly with the Timu Papoose that is very facially challenged. And then Papoose ended up knocking old boy out, clean out. I love that Papoose. That's what I'm talking about. That's how they from where I'm from, child. But anyway, Papoose knocked dude out. He said he knocked him out because he cheated with his wife. He knocked him out because the guy shook his hand, knocked him out cold. But Papoose ended up getting with boxer Clarissa Shields. And so yeah, it's been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The back and forth though, because Papoose has always been sort of a quiet type of guy. You know what I mean? He did not he wasn't one to put his business on social media. On the outside looking in, we all look like Papoose held Remy down. Remy served 6 years. And then in these past couple days, child, Remy got out of the clanker checking his phone. In his phone, she says that there are messages of his baby's mamas, and he had been messing around with them while she was locked up. Now, look, when you're married, you're married. Okay, and you're not supposed to intermingle and any of that. For me, and I'm not giving Papoose an excuse, and I'm not saying that what he did was right. If he did do it, girl, you was gone for 6 years. What did you think that man was gonna do? Yes, he do, Bravo. You was gone for 6 years. I mean, I don't believe in hall passes, but probably in a situation like that, I'm locked up. You know what I mean? Shut that shit down before I get out. But other than that, you know what I mean? Yes, they were married. They were married, J28. Somebody confirmed for me. J28 said, were they married when she was locked up? And I absolutely believe that they were. But anyway, Clarissa went on the Breakfast Club this week. She didn't mention Remy by name. She said something like, they asked her a question that led into her talking about Papoose and all of that. And she said something like, well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, blah, blah, blah. And baby, after that, thank you, Jasmia, it's been on and popping. As a woman, never ever, look, as a woman, absolutely check the chick as the wife. Because she's still his wife. It's a one and doneer, though. You know what I mean? It's a one and doneer. And Remy been going and going and going and going. And for me, Remy not over Papoose. You guys, oh, okay, so they got married while she was in there. Okay. Brittany Janae, sick of it. Okay. Sick of it. But baby, after Clarissa did not mention Remy's name, but people knew she was talking about Remy, and she didn't even say it in a negative way. Child, everything been coming out for the past, I don't know, 3-4 days nonstop. Remy has gone live. Papoose has gone live. Remy posted. Papoose posted. In their stories. I mean, it's just been too damn much. And what this comment says on this screen, Papoose, and because ain't no Negro of mine going back and forth with nobody. I think they had the official wedding, just Mia. Because now that I think about it, for those that said that they were married while she was locked up, I think I remember that. But I do think they had an official wedding after. Not sure. But they still in love. They are still in love. She forced Papoose to go ahead and go down there and file for the divorce. He filed a couple days ago officially. And what people are saying in the comments on a lot of these posts is Remy didn't think that Papoose would get another come up. One thing that I don't like, because we can come out and talk about what happened in relationships and why it didn't last. But how you dogging out a Negro, Remy? Papoose, how you dogging out a chick that you was married to? And y'all was married. I never cared for that. He was broke. He was this. She was this. She was that. Y'all were married knowing all of that. Okay, they did on that show. Was it Love and Hip Hop, Danya? Okay, thank you, Simply Susie. Yeah, I ain't gonna come out here and talk. Now I talk about some of the shit that we went through, but as far as me dogging him out and his penis was little and this or that, it's like, come on now, come on now. So as far as me going back over everything, I ain't doing it. They still in love with each other, and since they still married, I do think that Clarissa and I wish I had that picture that they posted of the Timu Papoose with the big old buck teeth. Both of them need to fall back. Clarissa say she gonna have his baby. Remy can come over as long as her attitude is this or that. It's a tad bit much. You know what I mean? But make no mistake about it. There's still feelings there. Now, something that I did that's still being honored, and I know it was toxic. I know I shouldn't have said this, but I mean it. I told man, you better not ever post nobody on your social media until I tell you I'm over this shit. Now, y'all know that was ghetto. Let me know if that was ghetto of me to say. Let me know. Maybe that should have been saved for the cutie crew. I dare you to. It's gonna be some furniture moving. Now, when I forgot who I told, my sister, somebody, they was like, well, are you over him? Hell yeah, I divorced his ass. Tay, you say it's ghetto. Virgo child, baby. Virgos represent. I bet not hear not nan person come to me and say, ooh, what's his name? Posted his new chick. Bravo, I'm shaking my head at the thought. Until I say I'm over this, which in your case gonna be forever. Poster. Sammy. Oh wait, Sammy, are you saying I'm wrong too? Hell yeah, he listen, Lavinia. Hell yeah. To this day, y'all be thinking I be bluffing when I'm saying, ooh, child, go head on somewhere. Go head on somewhere, cause that side of me, baby, I don't ever want to have to come out. Absolutely, he listened, and you better. And I'm sure dating somebody, I don't get no F's. Post them on socials until you see my profile picture with me with another Negro. I wish you would, and I'm standing on that. Cutie crew, y'all could check me on Thursday. Thank you, Simply Susie. Virgos, baby, represent. Sammy, don't laugh at me. Sammy, was you saying me and Clarissa wrong, child? I'm Bravo. You supposed to be my girl. Don't do that. That's some Virgo-ish. That's some Virgo-ish. Period. Ex-husband or not. And I left him, make no mistake about it, to the new subscribers. Shout out to you guys. It's about 300 of y'all in this last, maybe 250 in this last month, last 28 days. I appreciate you guys. I filed. He didn't want it. But until I say, and I mean that shit. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about it. I know the cutie crew gonna let me have it. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into some of this Diddy stuff. Let's get into some of this Diddy stuff. Okay, let's see what Samson said. But it was a crime if Mel dated while Martell had a whole side chick. See, Pap is not as handsome, so the pick me's on Remy's side. Oh, Good point. Now, I'm not saying that anybody that's on Remy's side is a pick me, but that's a good point. But we've never seen Mel with anybody since she officially left Martell while they were separated and since they've been divorced. You know, Mel has admitted she's had a man, you know what I'm saying? And she's keeping it to herself. But I totally agree with you on the part of it's a big difference. Because baby Coleslaw thought she was the wife. You know what I'm saying? That's true, Justice. Thank you for putting that. Justice said, just the thought a person can file and still love and not like. Just the thought. Yes. I totally agree with that. Philly girl, don't do that to me, sis. Don't do that. Now, Philly girl, you supposed to be on my side. Philly girl, let him. Let him. Let him. Let him post. Let anybody say, baby, we got friends from high school and college. Now, once I send, he'll be able to see if I ever get to the point where I'm posting. Shout out to the boyfriend experience. Going out to dinner with him soon. If I ever post a profile picture, that means we serious. But up until that point, you better not. Okay. Okay. But I agree with you, Justice. And that's why I said, if you're going to separate, go ahead and get divorced. Go ahead and get divorced. You know what I mean? Because the longer, and look, a topic that I had for the cutie crew that I wrote down on yesterday, witnessing exes go on. And that's what I think that's the issue here. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say that is Remy. Papoose, for the most part, has been quiet. That little easy guy was very disrespectful. I'm sleeping with his B. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. He was very disrespectful. You know what I mean? So I'm blaming Remy on this, and I think she still loves her husband. I do. And if you do, let that man know, because I can guarantee you probably going to tell Clarissa to go ahead on somewhere. But if both of them are over, you can't put that word in the comments. Simone, put 304 for me, sis. Both of them have moved on. If they both moved on, move on. And move on from posting this shit on social media. It's too much. Remy been catching a lot of flack. It's been going back and forth, honestly, but she posted something else saying that on his side of the family, there's I believe she said a lady that touches kids or something like that. And that backfired on her because people's like, wait a minute now, you knew that and you were still with him? Or how come you didn't call the people if you knew she was saying that's the reason why she won't let the baby go to his side of the family? I don't know. I just know I'm sick of it. I'm about to mute they ass from my Instagram. Philly girl, I'm mad at you, sis. I'll let you know about it. You supposed to be on my side. Y'all tell me about it. The cutie crew get me together. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Sammy said, laugh my ass off. I'm definitely not a pick me, and I'm still on Remy's side because no one should be disrespecting the spouse. And in my opinion, Clarissa's being disrespectful. Sammy, I asked you this last night, sis. What about not easy? Not easy on the ass, easy. He been disrespecting too. For 2 years, there were whole rap battles. Do a search on Instagram, sis. There were whole rap battles where this man was talking about sleeping with this man's wife. That's disrespectful as well. The boyfriend experience. Teresa, we shall see. We had a really, really discussion. Look, I'm going to play hard to get, which I've been doing for over a year. No hanky panky, no nothing. Okay. But yeah, if you really know this is what you want, you got to really let it be known. He sort of did that. We'll talk about it. I don't know though. New York is sick of Diddy. Okay, we about to get into Diddy. Hey, Melanin Beauty, how are you? Actually, Aubrey, hello. It's almost always easier for men to come up nowadays. That's true. Unfortunately, actually, Aubrey, a lot of men just take their baggage. Ain't no healing. Ain't no by yourself, period. Ain't no nothing. They gonna take that baggage and plop it on down in the next woman's lap. The majority of them. I don't want to say all. And because of that, yeah, they can get a come up. They can get a come up, baby. But a lot of women, when we've gone through some shit that, yeah, happened in a situation, relationship, marriage, whatever, sometimes we just sit and think about and go over and possibly go and talk to somebody or talk to our friends and heal properly. They don't do that. Okay. So yeah, good point though. At the end of the day, the sides. Thank you. That's all I want to hear. Thank you, Sam. Let me read it. At the end of the day, the sides need to stay out of it because at the end of the day, that's Pap's wife and that's Remy's husband. I totally agree. Totally agree with you, Sammy. You think they got married over the phone? Vanessa. Can't they? Pap could have went to the court. Don't they have courthouses in the clinker or a chapel? I don't think they can get married over the phone, can they? Oh, child. Now I didn't hear your comment. I put it up on the screen. Yeah, well, the only people that felt like that comment that you put up there, Simone, is those that just wanted to hate on Mel, because baby had my situation had a coleslaw. Y'all would have saw me on TV, but it wouldn't have been reality TV the way that chick was. You know what I'm saying? But that was what Martell was putting out here just to make it seem like what he was doing was okay. Well, she cheated too. She did this. She did. Come on now. Come on. Okay, a couple more. We're gonna move on because in the comments it says a judge says that Diddy is not guilty. I wish I would have been able to do my mock jury tonight. Simply Susie said, I agree with you. There's anger and hurt between the both of them. If you're done, then move on. That's it. I ain't gotta come out here and talk about how she called him Pawn Poos now. You love that Pawn Poos though. Once upon a time, you love that Pawn Poos. Talking about everything when it comes to Papoose. It's not a good look, Remy. Remy is the bigger star of them all, and she's crashing out. I don't know if you guys want to believe it or not. Remy has been crashing out. And the reason why Remy crashed out, I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. Let me bring that up. The reason why Remy crashed out a couple days ago, it wasn't just because of Clarissa's Breakfast Club interview. It was Papoose. Ooh, child, here he go. Baby. Absolutely not, Remy. Ugh. Y'all take a look at the T-move. Has she ever do this? Remy, you are Remy Ma. How? Ew. Let me take that down. Let me put this up real quick till I find this other post. He is facially challenged, like for real. But another reason why Remy got upset is because Papoose and Clarissa came out where he was they were boxing together. Sparring, I think that's what you call it. And a lot of people in the comments was like, oh my God, I love this. Yes. And oh my goodness, this is what I'm talking about, Papoose and Clarissa. And I don't think that Remy wanted to see. Dang, neighborhood talk. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to go to another one. Let's go to the Jasmine brand. I don't think Remy wanted to see the public switching like that and being okay with Papoose and Clarissa in a positive way. After she saw that video, it is my opinion only, she been crashing out ever since. And it'll never happen with me. I'm sorry. Never. Hold on, guys. Let's see if I can find it. Just in case you guys didn't see it. Child, I done went through 50 11 Remy and Papoose videos. Just trying, here you go right here. Just trying and see right here is what got Remy, baby. It say Black Love. Now, you guys know that's what Remy and Papoose was known for. Black Love. And for Remy to see this caption with her husband still and the new chick, she lost it. So, Cutie Crew, we're going to talk about it. I'll play this for you guys. We're going to talk about it Thursday. Witnessing exes go on. Will you have a problem with it? Or have you, or whatever. But take a look. But as you can see, shout out to the Jasmine brand in their title. Black Love, rapper Papoose helps his boxer bae, Clarissa Shields, practice her skills. All right. What Vanessa talking about? Vanessa, let me go up. Teresa said something to you. Vanessa Stevens said you said what you meant. Let me know what you're talking about, sis. Teresa said Vanessa removed the S word and place it out. What she say, child? Let me go on up here. Vanessa Stevens, how long you been around these ways? Hold up, Sammy. I'm on a mission. If you're talking about me saying I said what I meant, absolutely I did. But let me see what else you say here before I move on. I don't see nothing. You safe, Vanessa. You safe. You safe, child. I was looking up trying to see what's going on. Bravo, you think they doing too much? I don't like people calling Clarissa Clarence. Many women have strong features. Yeah, you know what I mean? And look, a lot of people, a lot of us, wear a little makeup, as you see up here. She looks cute. Here, she ain't trying to look cute. She got a fight that's coming up and all of that. So look, I will never, ever champion a side chick, but I'm not going to overlook the side dude and just go at Clarissa. Because all through that, with Remy and Easy, Papoose said they went to, once he found out, they end up going to counseling. Remy said she didn't want to be with the guy. He tried to make it work. The man then moved on. Now, Remy, what you should have said, well, no, let me not say that. Okay. Let's see. We're going to get into the judge who said, I like that video too. If I'm not mistaken, Papoose has a history in boxing, and maybe he just found his match. Hey, the Queen speaks. Maybe he just found his match. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, she was, Sharita. Baby. Ill with that. And he was extremely disrespectful. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to see if I can find it. J28 said, then she tried to flip it and say that every time she has a fight, they start talking about her, but she's the one who did the 7-hour live. Who? Oh, you talking about Remy. You talking about Remy. Yeah, look, I peeped game and there's nothing wrong with it. The lady still love her husband. Okay? Let me put Remy and Uneasy on the ass. Let's see. We're gonna look at it. Let's see if I can find it. And she was not hiding the child. Then she posted this whole video of her and him from years ago. And Papoose was like, well, thank you. You just told on yourself. You just told on yourself that you was cheating. I think he and let me put rap battle. I think he and Clarissa have been together 6 months or so, they say. So both of them still married. Both of them. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do this on Patreon. I can't do it, guys. We'll do it. We'll look at it on Patreon. Because I think it'll be copyrighted. But they still in love. See, winner, I do too. And that's kind of hard for me. But and I'll put your comment on the screen. The only reason how I got there is because I thought Remy had moved on as well. So I don't like the guy for Remy because he just really seems like a bum. He really, really does. Plus, he was disrespectful. Plus, all of that. But when it comes to Clarissa, again, with me feeling like, well, Remy moved on, I never seen anything wrong with it. That's what she said, Sammy. But again, Remy only posted proof. Sammy said, nah, chitchat, Pap was cheating too. But Sammy, only came out with proof of him. And it wasn't, he didn't even respond to the chicks in the text messages when she was locked up. So I just think that that's a little unreasonable to think that a man especially is just going to wait for 6-7 years. We'll talk about it in members only, Sammy, remind me. But let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get into some of this Diddy stuff. How do I want to do this first? All right. First, because Bravo is here. Bravo, you stood on business last week with that mock jury. You and Good Bad Apple, but me and Philly Girl, we was on another side. And honestly, week 2, I'm still on that side. Let me stop this. Week 2, I'm still on that side. And look, don't take it from me. Take it from a judge. Take it from Judge Faith Jenkins. And what she had to say as far as week 2 of the Diddy trial. That's fine, Bravo. I get it. You're just one that's not able to give your thoughts just based on the evidence, and that's fine. That's fine. But let's take a look. Judge Faith Jenkins has something to say when it comes to this Diddy trial, and she's gonna let you know what he's charged for. The RICO battle. We not talking about. I'm gonna show you guys something. You guys know fine ass Tyler LaPlay. Wait until I show you guys these video about Tyler. Well, not about him, what he did. But for those of us that's giving our thoughts as the weeks go on, Diddy is not charged with DV. If he was, throw him up under the jail because we synced it in my Moses voice. We synced it. He's a monster. As far as everything else that's come out when it comes to the alleged D-Rugs usage and the FOs and all of that, guilty. But he's being charged with a RICO. He's being charged with the RICO. It's based on what's coming out in the trial. Bravo. So we're doing our mock jury week by week. We'll pick up week 3. So when we're giving our thoughts, we're only talking about what's come out in court. Philly Girl and I said, period. The state has not proven their case, but Philly Girl is not just us. Let's take a look at Judge Faith Jenkins. Maybe I need to unmute.
For the government to win their case, they have to prove the machine. That's what RICO requires, a criminal enterprise, not just bad behavior. The prosecution has shown Diddy as abusive, controlling, and violent. But to convict him of racketeering, their top charge, they need to prove an organized system, meaning a team around him helped him carry out crimes. They work toward a shared criminal goal. So far, the government has done a good job of laying out fear and violence and chaos, but that's not the full structure. And who is a part of this criminal enterprise? What did they do? How did it work? Was there a hierarchy? Were there different roles that people had? Because if the case stays focused on Diddy's worst moments as a man without evidence of the machine behind him, the most serious racketeering charges won't stick. What would help the prosecution now in the weeks going forward? Testimony that where someone admits they helped him commit and carry out crimes, where there's clear evidence that he directed others, if there were defined roles within the group. All of these things go towards evidence of a criminal enterprise. Until then, the defense can keep saying he may have been out of control, he's not a saint, he's not your role model, but that does not make it a criminal enterprise that he ran. Week 2, I give the prosecution a B. They're building emotional momentum and laying out a disturbing pattern of abuse and control. But for RICO, that's just step 1. The defense, I also give them a B. They haven't had to say much because, of course, the burden is all on the prosecution. Their best argument is still, this isn't organized crime, it's chaos.
All right. Look, I don't want anybody to think that with me giving my perspective and commentary on what's coming out week by week that I'm rooting for Diddy to get out. But as of the ending of week 2, I totally agree with what Judge Jenkins had to say. I'm going to read you guys because, people been over there in her comments. A lot of people said they agree. A lot of people said that they don't. So she had to go into a little more detail. So she said, a quick note, based on some of the questions, since I can't respond to them all, in a case this big, opinions will vary. I will say that to the chat as well. Opinions will vary. So let's just make sure that we respect each other. It's cool. I promise you. It's cool if we disagree. But she said, 1, being on someone's payroll doesn't automatically make you part of a criminal enterprise. The law requires proof of coordination for a criminal purpose. I could say it, I guess. Prostitution and ex trafficking are not the same. The government may prove a you guys know what it is, related charge, but that's not the heart of this case. The RICO claim is what really carries weight. She said, I was a Manhattan prosecutor, not federal, but I conferred with a former federal colleague I trust from New York since this case started. They agreed. Based on what's come out so far, key word, based on what's come out so far, this case hasn't yet met the bar for RICO. That said, the trial is still ongoing. I agree. The government has made strong arguments and shown a pattern of AB use, but they still have work to do regarding the racketeering charge. So yeah, week 2, I'm still on that. Not guilty as of yet. As of yet, not guilty. And look, we have possibly 6 weeks left of this trial. The judge said that he hopes to have this wrapped up, if I'm not mistaken, by the 4th of July. So yeah, 5-6 weeks. But the prosecution don't get all 8 weeks. You know what I mean? They get half and the defense get half. So that means the prosecution has to wrap up pretty soon when it comes to their witnesses and everything else. For me, 2 weeks in, it's not guilty. And yes, Sharita, he's guilty of that. He's guilty of all of the DV charges, all of what we've seen, the AB use and all of that. A lot of the drug usage, unfortunately, a lot of the parties were doing it together, including Cassie. You know what I mean? Cassie didn't even testify that he made me take this, pill. He made me take this or that. I think that they were unfortunately, and Diddy, you guys will see something in a minute. Diddy was absolutely a monster when it comes to Cassie. Give her 20 more million while you at it. Okay, but as far as what he's charged with, is not guilty right now. And she does have immunity, Shala. Because look, a lot of people were saying that Cassie should have been charged with some of this stuff as well. I wasn't one of them. That's what was being said. And yeah. So Bravo, I think you said something earlier about, see if I can find it. He used his business entity and employees for illegal practices. But did you just hear what Judge Jenkins said? It has to be proven that they were used for criminal intent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if he said, I need you to bring me 50,000, they don't know what the 50,000 was for. I need you to do this or do that. A lot of the witnesses have immunity because they admitted sometimes they went and picked up his little stash of what he was addicted to, and all of them were addicted to, if you ask me. They went and picked it up themselves. They could have been charged with drugs. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll continue to watch. As far as the mock jury, I can't wait. They trying to prove RICO and X trafficking, right? And they have to prove it. They have to prove it. You know what I mean? And we'll see. Hopefully they do. Because like I said, don't make no mistake about it. I'm not saying the man should be back on the streets, but I don't see RICO charges yet. I never said that any type of AB use was voluntary, Felicia, and I have experienced DV. So maybe you're talking about somebody else in the trial. I mean, so I'm reading a trial as somebody comment that said trial, but maybe you're talking about somebody else in the chat. So anyway, that's what Judge Jenkins had to say. But let me show you guys this video. And this man ruled with an iron fist. Do you hear me? The fear that I saw in Tyler LaPlay. I like him chocolatey, but this is a fine man here. Okay. This is a fine man here, but I want to show you guys this video that's been dug up from back in the day. And Cassie was sitting there talking to Tyler. And I want you guys to take a look at Tyler. Take a look. Shout out to the Bish Gossip. Take a look. I was like, damn. All right, watch Diddy.
Hot wax, put it out, all the store.
Did y'all see how fast Tyler got up? Did you guys see how fast Tyler LaPlay? Keep looking. I'm going to play it again. When Diddy stepped in front of Cassie and Tyler, his smile instantly disappeared. He looked Cassie in her eyes, and Tyler got his ass right on up out of there. You saw him, Lulu. Take a look. Ooh, child. Take a look. Keep looking. Keep looking. Right here. Look at that smile. He looked at Cassie like, look at, damn. I just noticed Tyler had a jacket around his shoulder, child. It fell on the ground and he kept it moving. Wow. Look closely. Look closely over in this area. Diddy. Smile disappeared. He looked at Cassie and Tyler jumped up and ran. So if that don't let you know, wow, the rumors were true when it comes to Diddy and the things that he was having done. Shout out to Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi spoke this week, and people are saying that Kid Cudi is a snitch. I don't like that term. That man was talking about what went on with him when it comes to Diddy. But you got the Young Thug that then came out and called Kid Cudi a snitch. You got Kanye coming out saying Kid Cudi shouldn't have testified. You got all of the above. But this is very telling. Cassie froze. Look, smile disappeared and he stared at her. She sat there and he jumped up. Did you guys see that? No, he's not a snitch. I'm gonna play it one more again because I want to see, was that really like a jacket around him? Right here. Let me pause it. What's that fell? I got to look at it again. What is this that fell off of Tyler? Damn. Let me look at it again. Let's see. It's coming up. Something fell off of him. I don't know, child. I think he didn't, I think he may have knocked over something or whatever. He got on up out of there. So, no, Teresa, it's too big to be a napkin. Look again. And yes, Justice, consider the source. I agree. Okay, look again, Teresa. It's like, it looks like, I think so, Sharita. I said the same thing. Cassie paid for that. And it's a shame. It's a shame. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look again. Teresa, look closely, sis. I'm going to pause it. Right there. That's too big to be a napkin. I'm going to play it one more again and we done. And then we're going to get to Q from day 26. All right. This is where it started. Right here. Look, Teresa, in this corner. And I don't know what that was, but Tyler didn't even look at Diddy in his face. What are you all's thoughts about that? We did, Bridget J. You must still be at the beginning of the video, sis. We did. Some of us did, but not enough for people to be calling CPS on them. That's what I said, Linda Gamble. That was a jacket. Okay, so Cassie's jacket. All right, I'm going to do it one more again. Let's see. You guys hit the like button. Shout out. It was over 300 of you that joined me earlier. We're at 288. Thank you, guys. Hit the like button for me. Okay, I'm going to look at it one more time. Let's see. Let's bring it up and let's look. They said it's vanished. I don't know what they mean right there. This person said Diddy's glare is epic, and he did give Cassie a glare. But take a look. Like it's hot wax. Right here. He jumped up and Diddy looking at her like, I know you effing lying. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But what was sad for me is to see a man get up, and I don't blame him because, again, we're talking about the reputation that Diddy has had for years. So I don't blame Tyler for getting up and getting on up out of there. But what's sad for me is, I don't know. Was it on his lap? You're going to make me play it again. What's sad for me is people had that much fear, and we know why. Okay, now I'm looking at it myself again. I'm going to pay close attention real quick, and then I'll see what you guys are saying. Okay, yeah, it was something that it looked like was on his lap. Whatever it was, he didn't stop to pick it up or nothing. So, a lot of people were saying, well, that just could be a man that's respecting the other man's woman, and he was just sitting there having a conversation with her, and maybe it wasn't that. What did I do? Oh, they were saying maybe it wasn't what we're thinking, how quick he got up and left. They just saying maybe he was just respecting Diddy. Okay, here go your man. I'm going to go ahead and go. But no, I think he would have stopped, shook his hand or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, the fear that a lot of these men have when it comes to Diddy lets you know that this AB use wasn't just towards women. And I'm going to show you guys two more things, and then we're going to get out of here. Let me make sure I got that other one up. Hold on. Okay. So I think I want to start with this. We're going to react real quickly because Q from day 26 finally gave us a little bit more a part of the story as far as what he went through with Diddy. I did not know, and maybe it's just me, that Diddy and Don Richards, I refuse to call her Richard because if I'm not mistaken, that's not what she was called before. But anyway, Q from Day 26 used to date Don Richard. And he said, well, I'll let you guys listen to what he said. But what I want us to take a quick look at real quickly is when Day 26 sat down with Vlad TV, and I knew something bad had happened based off of all of these grown men crying. I knew something bad had happened, but now I think I really know what happened, and it's very unfortunate. So this is covered under the Copyright Disclaimer Act. Let me go ahead and put up a couple little quick things. We are reacting to this live, giving our criticism, commentary, all of the above. And again, it's covered under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, and I will play and pause. But put in the chat if you watch this, and then and be creative with your comments. I'm gonna let you know what I think really happened to Q. Q is this one here. Q is this one here, and Q has gone through a lot based off of what happened to him. So let's take a quick look. Let me make sure I sped up the. I did. All right, let's take a look.
And afterwards, we're going to go have some dinner and live our lives. Diddy is sitting in a federal holding facility, possibly facing life in prison.
Right. That's sad in itself as well.
I didn't see this coming.
Nobody did.
No one could have predicted, 5 years ago that Diddy would be facing life, no bail.
Yeah.
With all the other crazy stuff that came out. Like, for example, were you guys around Cassie at all?
Yeah. She's our close, good friend.
Good friend. Did you see any of the abuse?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. We saw that video in the hotel hallway.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Man, that could be any man, any woman. That was not deserved. You know what I'm saying? No matter whether it was Diddy and Cassie or whoever it was.
Now, I want you guys to pay close attention because the other four gentlemen are doing a lot of talking, but Q isn't. Take a look.
That just is ridiculous, bro. Okay. Yeah, that was horrible.
I mean, that video was awful. And he's being held right now under a RICO. But I've said this publicly. I don't quite understand how one person could be a RICO. And I understand
The person in the middle is Willie. Shout out to Willie from Harvey, Illinois. This is Q, Sharita. So you said, are you sure the person in the middle is not Q? I am positive. All right, let's continue.
freakiness and, he likes to see other dudes sleep with his woman.
Yeah, allegedly.
Whatever. Like that. That's, allegedly about it. He may or may not be bisexual, whatever. All that's legal. I don't quite understand what exactly he's being charged with.
Me neither.
Do any of you really understand?
I mean, other than him other than that.
But he's not being charged for that.
Exactly.
That's statute of limitations.
Paid off or whatever, right?
Yeah, she settled.
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't think you can go to jail for Vaseline or baby oil.
Yeah, but now you got baby oil back on the shelves again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He hasn't been buying out the full supply anymore.
Yeah. I think he's a danger to the world right now.
I think trafficking. They said sex trafficking and I think it's racketeering.
That's the RICO part.
Yeah. Racketeering.
Pay attention to the body language. Pay attention to the body language.
But I don't, like I said, we don't know nothing about none of that. We hear the same thing y'all hear from social media.
Like when you start traveling, people start traveling and
me, I'm just waiting on the judgment day because even a part of
I sung background for them when I wasn't a part of the.
All right, let me go back a little.
I'm not one of people that's gonna believe everything I hear.
All right, look at this part.
Well, I was with Dirty Money and I sung background for them when I wasn't a part of Day 26. Mm-hmm. So I was able to be around them through the album process of them creating Last Year in Paris. And what I witnessed was a sober Sean and a regular Sean. Like when he's regular, he's very cool, very giving. Like it will invite you to dinner. You know what I mean? Feed you around his table. What up, Playboy? What up? Be very excited. Then I saw a high Sean too, which was very dangerous. So that's why I said I feel like he's in jail, and I'm not judging anybody because I think he needs prayer and help. But He's in jail because he's a danger to himself, first of all, and he's a danger to the world right now. And I think there's a lot of people that are scared that didn't come out in the beginning. That are very scared because it's a scary situation. It's not just him that could possibly.
Heartbreaking. Keep looking. Pay attention. Pay attention. First of all, you already see his eyes are red. He's tearing up. Let's continue.
Hurt you. It's people around him that are still close to him that can hurt you, or it's just really deep, man. With Sean. So I would say I think he's in jail right now just for a good reason.
Well, I did an interview with Roger Bonds, who was a security. Was he around you guys?
No.
No.
I don't think he's around. He was around.
I was around Roger Bonds.
He was around, right. And he witnessed all the abuse.
Yeah.
But, what you're saying is, basically consistent to what he was saying was that.
All right, I'm going to try to go up some more.
Allegedly the free cost app or whatever else, and then they would go and get IVs.
Yeah.
And,
And I keep telling you guys, pay attention to Q's body language.
try to rejuvenate.
Well, my thing with Roger Bonds was like I had issue with him, and I was kind of like nervous around him because I was in the email, and I saw some things in the personal email that threw me off guard.
Like what?
I don't want to go into details right now, but it just threw me off guard. You know what I mean? To make me be like, you know what I mean? Like I understand you crying now and of the trauma that you've seen, but what about me, bro? Mm-hmm. Like what about the trauma you put me through when I read that email?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's just not like Sean that's guilty. They're all fucking guilty, man. Like, and I'm just put the blame on Sean. I blame everybody that's in his circle. They're all minions and they want to be like him. And if they can't be like him, they try to come against him. If they don't got the money or they can't get it as quick as him or whatever he's doing to get it, then all of a sudden it's like, let's turn against him now. You know what I mean? Because I guess whatever. I don't know.
Well, you said that you've seen the drugged out Diddy.
Yeah.
What would happen during those times?
Well, I mean, I'll keep it very short.
Now look, right now they're laughing nervously. They're looking at him. They're trying to see if he's gonna tell what he told them, and they just trying to keep this interview going. But things are gonna change. Take a look and a listen.
Sure. Things felt very sacrificial. Shit.
Okay, explain.
Things felt very sacrificial. All right, I'm gonna start you all's comments. So, oh shoot, hold on, sis. What did I just do? Live. Let me go back down. I'm gonna start your comment. CC, I saw a couple of yours, and I'll read them after. But take a look. Take a look.
I can't, because I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy person too. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. But when you're under a power, man, it's just you. I can't go into details now, but sir, like I'll tell you, it felt like some sacrificial stuff was going on, man. Like it felt very scary and weird to where I ran to get help. I ran to my doctor. I spoke up with my family. I spoke up to people around me because I was like, if this is true, and I've come missing or dead or something, I want you guys to know facts and the truth of what I'm going through.
Think about what he just said there. It felt sacrificial. If this is true, I don't want to come up missing or unalive. He was scared. He ran to his family. He ran to his friends. To put these people, Cassie included, and all the other victims of Diddy through what he did. Again, don't mistake me talking about this trial as far as him being not guilty with what they've shown evidence-wise so far to what we know that this man has done. Let's continue. This was so heartbreaking.
And experiencing.
Did you have this conversation with the rest of the group?
Yeah, they know.
So when you guys heard this,
we was in tears. Like,
oh,
yeah,
wow,
in tears. Real. I love my brother.
Now the leg started shaking. I can't remember his name. The one in the back, he pissed about what happened to Q. And I'm gonna tell you guys what I think in a second.
What's going on? Tears, real hurt, pain.
I got to get an injection in my arm every month for mental health now for the rest of my life.
What's the?
They diagnosed me as schizophrenic and bipolar. The same thing, kind of like what Fred said he was going through. It's just,
now, can you imagine? And yes, Sharita traumatized these men. Can you imagine from an event or events that happened because of Diddy or by Diddy, and I'm gonna say by Diddy and a couple more people, that you are now traumatized for life? You gotta get a shot every month. You've been diagnosed as being bipolar and schizophrenic. and you are living with this pain. Keep looking.
I experienced suicide thoughts. I experienced other thoughts of being harmed and stuff.
Yeah, I have people in my family who are both schizophrenic and other people that have been bipolar.
Yeah, it's real scary when you got to keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
You start doing things. I was like walking around Rochester, bro. Like it's like I really like lost myself for like years.
Now pay attention. Again, they know he's already confided in them what went down. And immediately they go into comforting him and letting him know it's okay. It's okay. Keep looking.
Years. And I don't cry about this no more because I'm stronger.
Yes, bravo.
But it's like,
okay, thank you,
I was going crazy, bro. Trying to figure out like what is going on. And the things that I was feeling are coming to light now. And I'd be like, whoa, that had to be God, intervening and removing me from that situation because it could have got really, really bad. So,
yeah, man, I'm sorry to go through that.
It's okay.
Yeah. But at least they found something that actually helps you out.
Grown men crying. Thank you to Muted Expressions. This is Robert. This is Willie. I'm so sorry. I think this is Mike. I can't think of his name. Let me know, Muted. All right, let's continue, guys. This is heartbreaking. And I saw this before. CC, I saw your comment about Vlad TV. I'm glad Vlad gave them this platform to sit down and talk. But a lot of other people that met with Vlad TV is locked up, telling on themselves. But let's continue.
To stabilize you. So a lot of people, they self-medicate, whether it's with pills or whatever else. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's not okay and they're not okay because of some shit that Diddy did to him.
Not good, bro. I'll give you that, man.
Yeah, I guess like if this one never came out, I still would have been secret about it. I wouldn't just like snitch.
Yeah,
cause I'm not no snitch. Like I was gonna just deal with it. And I don't know why somebody that evil would. I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to a talented, passionate people. Yeah, we talented, passionate people.
I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna play. But this is what I feel like happened. And he came out and told a little bit. He was given some pills to take. And then he woke up to people laughing at him. And I think while he was out, this is me personally, I think that some men SA'd him. That's what I think. And in those men, I'm talking about Diddy or his whole little F-off group or whatever the case may be. Let's continue.
People, I don't understand. No, it's okay, bro. I don't understand why someone would sit down and think about hurting someone. I don't know. Or laugh about it after they do it, Like, I don't get it. I don't.
Laugh about it after they do it. What was the it? That's what they did, sis. That's what happened. And you can tell by the reactions, okay? By the trauma, by the pain, by the tears. And he was scared to say anything, but now with Diddy being behind closed doors, not behind closed doors, behind bars, he's slowly letting things out. Let's continue.
That's what I said. None of them are innocent. I'm not here to expose anybody, but none of them are innocent, man. Like, none of them are innocent. Y'all all coming after this man for millions of dollars when y'all were a part of it as well. Y'all were down too. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to him. It's not fair. Fair to me.
It's not fair to people with actual story that actually get affected by that, because didn't make everybody seem like they just out to get something or, whatever, opposed to it being real people that went through real stuff,
Did you ever confront Diddy about this?
I kept trying to get in contact with him because all I wanted was an apology. All I kept saying, like, can you apologize? Like, could you just apologize for what I can't talk about right now? But I just wanted to apologize.
This is so sad.
Because something was wrong with me, man. Something was wrong. And like on your last Vlad interview, you could look at me and tell like something was wrong. Like I wasn't the enthused person. I wasn't cute. I looked like stressed. I looked like I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
So like you could tell like something was wrong. Like, yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. I didn't mean to go there. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's
I'm
all
so
good.
sorry.
This is real. And
we gotta take a break.
These men not crying because Diddy slipped somebody a pill. Okay? These men are not crying just for that reason. He violated this young man.
Yeah, let's take a break.
And they all know because he shared it with them. And they crying because they know.
Oh man. Shit. Yeah. Cute. That shit funny too.
That's it, sis. My God.
Okay. I just broke my glasses, so I can't even cover my face.
Look at Mike.
I just broke myself, dog.
All right, look at Mike in the back. Mike is, just trying to keep it cool. But you guys get the gist. They had to take a break. They were handed tissues. They were crying. All of that. Okay? And I think that Q's thoughts of that night is what's, and I don't want to say driving him crazy, because I'm not going to say that schizophrenic and bipolar is just crazy. I'm not saying that. I think that the thoughts of what happened is what's doing that. And he only wanted an apology. And as for me, I want him to have justice. Okay. Before I get into you all's comments, I'm going to show you guys, let you guys listen to a clip of Q that came out this week. And in this clip, he said again that he believes that Diddy tried to sacrifice him, claims that Dawn Richards gave him an ecstasy pill from Diddy that made him pass out in 20 minutes. And he woke up screaming, surrounded by cameras. He said that it felt like somebody was trying to hurt me or take me out. And I think that, he's still protecting himself and is just not saying probably how his body felt, not just from the ecstasy, from other things that happened to him. Okay? So let's take a look. And I agree with you, Danya. He will never apologize. Never. Never. But guess what? Strike while the iron is hot. Q. Get paid for your damn pain as well. And if the statutes of limitations has not passed, go sit down with an attorney, and you have charges waiting for him. No matter the verdict in this trial, let him be brought up on more and more and more. The money is not going to take away anything. So I'm not just saying I'm not saying a civil case. I'm saying civil and criminal. But I agree with you, Danya. He will not apologize. One thing that he will do, though, let's say he is found not guilty in this trial, he gonna use up a whole lot more of his money paying folks off. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yes, Angela, I agree. Hey, Rose, how are you? Take a listen, guys. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Take a listen to what Q had to say, and then we'll talk. And then we're going to be out of here. I got a dinner date.
20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who are the twins?
I don't know their names.
Are you talking about Diddy's daughters?
Twins,
okay.
Yeah. Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed to cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt like, I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. Yeah, take your time. It's okay. It's understandable that you're reliving this and emotion comes with it. There's just no way around it. So it
felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night. I didn't say, when I went on Vlad TV, I didn't say anything about finding a sacrificial email.
Hold on, what he's discussing in regards to Vlad TV is that's one of the interviews that the boys did. He had to leave gaps within that interview, and they decided to fill those gaps.
Okay, I'm at my level. I'm at my level of all that I can take. I will say, if you guys want to see the full interview, make sure to go over and give it a watch on Vlad TV. None of us know exactly what happened, but you can get a feeling. And I definitely do not think that Diddy videoed him just laying there in the bed peacefully, or had other people to video him laying in the bed peacefully. I think that most likely he woke up in a compromising position, probably didn't have clothes on. And for me, I'm gonna go and put her face up here, because she got on the train just for the money. For me, they could lock Dawn ass up too. They could lock her ass up too. Let me remove this comment. As far as what Q is saying is happened, and Don is the one that gave him that pill, and that pill has since changed his whole life for the rest of his life, lock her ass up too. So we can only speculate. I'm going to scroll up so I can read your comments. What we think happened. And for me, I'm leaning towards 1000% SA. 1000% SA'd. Sammy, he could do 2. They could lock him up for 2 years. 200, not 2. 200 years. But let's read some comments. I hate to end it on this. Matter of fact, I'm not going to end it on this. I'm going to bring up something else that I'm going to take us up out of here with, just to lighten the mood. And let me get out of this. You guys can't see it yet, but I'm going to bring it up because I am totally in love with this guy's commentary. Give me 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to get that ready. All right, let me read some comments. And yes, Sharita, he's traumatized men and women. What a monster. What a monster. And with me talking about Diddy a lot since all of this, since his trial has started, my timeline, my algorithm is Diddy. And it is showing a lot of his parties. And I plan for us to go through those as well. And we can review them and talk about things that we may have watched years ago. And now when you look at them, you can pick up on a whole lot more. Whole lot more. I watched a video yesterday. I think it was. He was teaching his daughters, the 3 daughters, how to cook chicken. And he was making pasta. And he was high as a kite. High as a kite. Now, I, for one, never thought that Diddy or anybody else for that matter, what they do, especially a lot of celebrities, they do a little something here and there and everywhere, whatever. But I never knew it was to the extent of what's been revealed in this trial. And watching that video, I was like, oh yeah, his ass was high. Then when I'm watching his videos and I'm watching all of these different white parties and Diddy's 50th birthday party, Cassie's 30th birthday party, and I'm watching all these different videos, and immediately I think, what happened after? You're not going back out there. No. Hold on, guys. Sick of these dogs think they run me. But now immediately after watching these older videos, 10 years ago, 7, 6, what happened once a lot of these people left? And we know what happened. It's come out in the trial. But let me go up, and then we're gonna end this on a good note. We're gonna lighten the mood before we get up out of here. But I thank you guys. 263 still watching. Shout out to those that are in the bushes, and shout out to the replay gang yang. Okay. Let's see. All right. Sharita said, look how they're looking at him. Indigo Girl said, I was looking at this interview and couldn't continue. They're still afraid of Diddy. Yes. I think they have the fear of he may get out. So I still got to be careful of what I say. That means this man got a hold on folks' lives. We saw the video of Tyler LaPlay getting up and just running. You know what I mean? He's right where he belongs. My sister said, this is so heartbreaking. The entire group knows what happened to Q, and I'm sure feel bad they couldn't help. Pay attention to Big Mike in the back as well. Yes, Big Mike looked like he down for the get down. Like if we ever run across him, it is what it is. You know what I mean? CC said, I agree. Why is Diddy the only one in jail? There were quite a few complicit ninjas who helped. Look, I feel that way, CC, about Diddy, as well as R. Kelly, as well as Harvey Weinstein, as well as Jeffrey Einstein, or whatever. All of them. You know what I mean? Naturally, it's a lot of people that knew, and people are coming out in the trial and saying, like his assistant that was on this week, he said, yeah, I was on a private jet. And he started beating the ish out of Cassie. They said, well, did you do anything? Nope. Did you say anything? Nope. That's cruel to me. That's cruel. And it's a lot of them like that. Yeah, they were all looking at him like, okay, J28 says she feel like it's the Illuminati. He traumatized. Okay, I read that. That looks like her jacket. I don't blame Tyler. I would have gotten my arse up too. Yeah, Flojo. Speaking of Flojo running, he ran, child. Sammy, you feel bad for Q. I do too. I feel bad for all of them because now the other members, and they've experienced something. It never sat well with me when he made them walk and get that damn cheesecake. Was that them? Yeah. But as far as everything that went on behind the scenes that we didn't know, they all are carrying trauma from Diddy for life. Can be set free and continue this behavior. That's a possibility. That is a possibility, Indigo Girl. Now, for me, look, I would have never thought he would have ever gotten to this point, as well as numerous of folks that land themselves in jail for something that we look at and we know I can't do this shit. This shit gonna come back to haunt me one day in life. No, karma is real. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. Do I think that Diddy, after experiencing this, and let's say he does get out, will he continue the same behaviors? I don't know. Because again, I wouldn't have thought that he or anybody else would ever get to the point of this. So, it's crazy. Let's see. Mixie said, I'm going to start from the beginning because I need to see everything. Okay, Mixie, thank you. Beauty by Lynn. Hey, Beauty by Lynn. And you are beautiful. Cute picture. When Q first started in the group, he was so sweet and seemed so happy. But I remember him changing and I couldn't understand why he was different. Even with Don, now we know. Sad. Yes. And look, this trial got me, not only the trial, but Q's interview, or what he had to say in that interview makes me want to go back and rewatch. Maybe that'll be a Patreon thing. Patroni Cuties, you guys let me know. Do we want to try to squeeze that in one day a week and go back and watch Making the Band? I would be willing to, because like I said, now we can pick up on a lot of things that didn't stick out to us. Okay, Don, you don't know about this. Justice say many a man have cried once, exposed, close up with Satan. He has that effect on all he get close to. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. The devil himself. And it is. People, Pink Diva said, people always wonder what happened to Q because his demeanor changed drastically on the show and nobody could figure it out. Now we know something happened. Heartbreaking. Yes, it is. Okay, you guys agree. Pink Diva said, I think they violated his manhood. I agree. Gia agree. It looks like we all are on the same page when it comes to that. And I think that's from us having dads and brothers and nephews and this and that. And we know something bad happened. And it wasn't just no damn ecstasy pill. Mixie, you can't put that word, sis. You cannot put that word. Your last comment, you can put graped, but that word, YouTube hit it, and then I just approved it. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna read a couple more comments. I'm not gonna end this on this. We're gonna laugh our way up out of here today. Yeah, it is diabolical. Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. So, I've been hearing a lot of content creators say this. I hope that all of us are able to separate thoughts on, again, the current discussions, evidence that's brought out in the trial, and able to separate it just for the sake of our discussions. But yeah, for me, they could lock his ass up and throw away the key, okay? But I will continue to give commentary based on the trial. And so far for me, prosecution, I'm going to say this, step your game up. Step your game up, because right now, they don't have the evidence, and we know there's weeks to go. Your heart hurts. Yes, all they wanted to do was sing. Look, all they wanted to do was sing. All Cassie wanted to do was sing. All Danny DeCane wanted to do was sing. All the other artists, all they wanted to do was sing. And this monster has held them hostage for decades. I can almost it turns my stomach when I'm looking at a lot of these videos that I'm saying that's coming up in my algorithm. It's really hard to look at him. It was hard then because he was always arrogant, overly arrogant. Diddy was on the verge of facially challenged as well. Looks aren't everything, don't get me wrong, but he was too cocky, too arrogant. Even with and like I said, we'll go over some of the videos at Cassie's 30th birthday party. He really made it all about himself. You know what I'm saying? I know they wish they never went on making the band. Yeah, you think about this trauma, and I bet you they do wish that. And then think about them second guessing themselves, like, damn, somebody else offered me an opportunity, and I wish I would have went with them instead of Diddy. Or look at the success that they've had, and we know that we were held back. Extremely talented. Danny Kane was extremely talented. Day 26, extremely. Willie, again, no Willie's family. Extremely talented. And yeah, that man just made sure none of them really made it. And then right before all of this started happening, he tried to give people their publishing rights and all of that. But when people started researching it, they said, well, shit, it ain't even really worth nothing. You already made the money. What we gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? So how does he live with himself? How does he sleep at night? We know now that he is sleeping behind bars, but how? How? Yeah, Diddy wanted anybody, sis, that another man had. And honestly, for me, I felt the vibes when it what you're talking about with Dawn, but he really didn't want her. He just wanted to prove to the other men I could have her. To me. You know what I'm saying? I saw another weird video where this is when he and L'Oreal got into it. Boom Cat. And she had left for a while, and she came back, and they sitting there, they going back and forth. And then he stopped and said, did you miss me? Did you miss me? And she smiling nervously and all of that. We'll watch together. All right. Angela Richardson don't want them out of jail, period. Diddy violates them and records the act. Yes. And that's what I think that happened, Indigo Girl. I think that's what happened. And I think that he let it be known. And now we are seeing people that are speaking out that feel a little safe because he's locked up. But I think, For Q to wake up and people, and again, I feel like the man probably didn't have on a stitch of clothing. And when he wake up out of this phase and haze, people are laughing and pointing and you know what I mean? It's crazy. In a bedroom, in the basement. It's crazy. So yeah. I'm not gonna end it on that. Yeah, I agree. Nobody but himself, Rose. Nobody. And yes, Sue Diddy. See, if the statutes of limitations, because they are saying that Diddy still has about 400 million. He was over a billion before, when he was arrested. Now he's down to 400 million. Laura Coates, I love her. She came out recently and was saying that even that's in jeopardy, the 400 million. I think Cutie Crew, we talked about that as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he may not have that, but while he does, put them lawsuits in. Put them lawsuits in, okay? But yeah, Patroni Cuties, I'm gonna put that on the board. Those of you that want to watch and take a second glimpse, let's do it. Making the band. I gotta see what it is. I'm writing it down. Give me 1 second. I gotta see where it's being shown, where we can watch, and let's pick up on some clues. Hey, Simone. Simone, I saw some comments of yours on my phone. Let me scroll down and read a couple. In the clip, I heard Q said Dawn took the pill too. Okay. Do you still think that? Okay, well, if you're saying that, Simone, do you think that they both feared for their lives and took it? Because I was highly upset based off of the part that I heard from Q, and he said that Dawn is the one brought it to him. I wouldn't give a damn what Diddy gave you to give me. I ain't taking ish. That's just me. I'm not blaming him, but this is a prime example. When you go out, watch your drink, don't take anything, don't smoke anything that's already rolled up, none of the above. And I don't smoke, I don't take no pills. I know a lot of you guys do. What you do is your business. But be careful. Be careful. All right, let's see. Hey, Nanny. You said this is horrible. Hope these people who helped that monster for so long receive Jaya time. Yes. Lock all these monsters up. It's a lot of us that just want to live life carefree. We don't want to have to look on no registry to see if any of our neighbors is on the list. And we don't want to have to worry about if we just hanging out with friends, if they're going to do this or do that. A lot of us just want to live carefree lives. Trump, ship them out of here. Can you do that? Can you do that? I'm over it. Okay, I see a couple of you guys are emotional and crying. And I told you guys, Usher just shut down anytime Diddy's name is brought up. I think he did something to Usher too. Usher. I think so too, Sammy. And I will never, ever, ever. We watched it, Cutie Crew. We watched that video of Usher, Kevin Hart, and somebody else, and Diddy. And in that, well, we watched two. One video, Usher was talking about sing activities. His mom let him go stay with Diddy so Diddy could make him a star. And they asked Usher, did you see anything that you shouldn't have at that age? He said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. But in the video, you guys look it up if you haven't seen it. In the video with Diddy, Usher, now, Sammy, you got me wanting to bring it up. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me do a general Google search. Usher, Diddy, Kevin Hart. Let's see what comes up. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Here you go. All right. Hold on.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up.
All right. Now, look. When Usher got with Diddy, Usher was about 14 years old. I want you guys to take a look at what Diddy said they used to do when Usher was only 14 years old. This never sat right with me. And this let me know what this guy is all about. Diddy may have maybe found innocent of Rico. This case proves evidence for a civil claim. We'll see, Philly girl, as the weeks go on. All right, now in this video, pay attention to Usher's body language. Pay attention to Kevin Hart when Diddy tell Kevin Hart what they used to do. Take a look. Let me put the speaker close to the mic.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how.
We used to wake up. Don't let that go over your head.
Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because.
Oh, I can't cuss. The hell you wrestling with a 10-year-old boy over five? Now look, peep game, because we all know how all that start off. The wrestling where Diddy may have been on top of Usher, or the grabbing and he may have touched an area or something. This is straight BS. But look at Kevin Hart. When Diddy said the wrestling, look at Kevin Hart's face.
Because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
That was stupid. So I'm going to play it. I'll play it again for you guys, and I won't stop it. Pay attention.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. That's my brother.
That was God. Yes, it was stupid, but that was God letting this man tell on himself. Now, you all know damn well you are not going to let your 10-year-old son, and I think Usher was I keep saying Usher. I think Usher was 14-ish, somewhere around there, still a minor. But you know goddamn well you ain't about to let your 14-year-old wrestle with no 35-year-old. Okay? Poor Usher, because he does look visibly upset every time Diddy is mentioned. He was asked the question if would he let his kids go stay with Diddy to get in the game. He said, hell no. Hell no. Simone said, yes, I agree. A security team needs to be charged, jailed, and sentenced. Yes. Big Mike looks like he would bring a little friend to the next get-together. Yes, CC. Good way of putting that. You know, he looked like one of them that's bout it. And he's extremely upset at what Q told them happened to him. Yeah, that's the one he made walk over the bridge with Baps and wait a minute. Yeah, because Baps and Sarah and all of them, that was different, right? Shoot. You guys let me know. Child, that was years ago. But now that you said that, CC, Baps, Sarah, I don't know, child. I have to look it up. That was separate from Day 26. Yes, Ronia, I agree. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, Ronia said, now you can understand why they never gave him a bond. And right before he went in, because you guys should know that only Dawn Richards, she's the only one that testified. Kalina was paid off. Kalina came out here and they found that Diddy had called Dawn and Kalina, I think about 50 or 60 times after that settlement was made with Cassie in one day. So he was trying to get to them to pay them to be quiet. And Carlina took the money and Don didn't. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Diddy was feared by everyone, man and women around him because of his power. So true, Darlene. I agree. I watched yesterday as well, guys. A video of Wolf. You guys remember we brought up Wolf, where some people feel like Wolf may be Justin's father. Some of the videos that I watched, I think it was proven that Diddy is still the dad. But Wolf is how Diddy became successful. He invested $300,000 into Diddy and Bad Boys when Diddy was first starting. And Wolf was unalived by Big Meech's crew in Atlanta. So you guys can look that up on YouTube as well. Let's see. He definitely did what they're saying. Everybody can't be having the same experiences. Agree. I have never seen Making the Band. Okay, Danya, we'll watch. Anybody that's interested, we'll watch. He's the worst. He videotaped them. Simone, I got to click on your comments chat and put them off. He videotaped them just to use leverage to humiliate them in case they go to authorities. He'll revenge P them. I don't think he's going to do much now because he really can't. And if his ass get out, I don't even want to give him any thoughts. But what I will say, he was dumb as hell to get himself into this by his acts, by all of this that he's done to people. And if he gets out by chance and is found not guilty, he'll be dumb as hell to do anything other than sit in the church 24/7 and repent. You know, but somebody like that has the means, the money, and all of that, yeah, he may just, if he's found not guilty, go back to doing whatever. But to your comment, Simone, they need to strike while the iron is hot. Strike now. Which means, yeah, y'all gonna let his ass out because I got a lawsuit waiting for him. Do what you need to do. So Coco, you feel like Pink Diva. You say, I think Diddy resented the love between Dawn and Q, and he weaponized her being against her boyfriend too, and it was something else after that. Thank you, Mixie. I remember when he threw that chair at Lorianne and wonder why folks weren't upset with him about that. That was on one of the episodes of Making a Band. Okay, we're gonna watch. So far, I got J28 and Danya. We'll pick a day. Wednesday evening is a good day for me for Patreon. Or Friday morning. Or Friday morning. We'll watch. Let me look into what I need to subscribe to get it. And we'll start the first week in June. What happened to the girl who was the dancer? You talking about L'Oreal? Lorianne Gibson, I mean. Lorianne, I'm thinking about one of the Cutie Crew sisters, L'Oreal. Lorianne Gibson, she's been quiet since the arrest. A lot of them, that's okay, Mixie. A lot of them are silent. A lot of them are silent. A lot of them are still living in fear. Just because Diddy is locked up, a lot of them are still living in fear, thinking, hey, he can get out. And if he get out, then what? What irks me the most is the male celebrities. The male celebrities. I don't think Kid Cudi is no damn snitch, but that's what they saying. But all of the others are quiet as a church mouse. That's why I say, black women, y'all better start resting in y'all 92%, because they gonna stick together. All right, Lula, have a great weekend. I'm getting out of here. I didn't know I was going to be here. It's early here. It's only 6:13. My dinner date is at 8. Is that 8? Is that 8? A little shaky, yeah. He's a weak man hiding behind his power and preyed on low self-esteem individuals. Yep. And you know what's so sad, Darlene? I don't think that they started off with low self-esteem. So with that power that you're speaking of, I think he used that to his advantage and broke down their self-esteem. If you don't do this, you ain't going to get there. If you don't do this, think about Cassie. That man had her locked into a 10-album contract and did not release one damn album. That means she signed her life away over to him. Now, I will say this, and then, like I said, we're gonna get into something funny before we go. They were also trying to paint Cassie as a victim and a villain. And the reason why some on social media came up with that is because of what Kid Cudi said. Kid Cudi said that Cassie played the both of them. Definitely facially challenged, sis. You like that, sis? Facially challenged, baby. Kid Cudi said that Cassie played the both of them. So a lot of people, and that's why I say brace yourself and just put your armor of protection on, because everybody ain't gonna talk like you want them to talk. Everybody ain't gonna believe everything that you believe. Everybody not gonna think the way you think and all of that. That's what I have. I have an armor of protection over me when it comes to this damn trial. First week, I was I was traumatized. Shit, I need to sue his ass. Okay, but a lot of people feel like with Cassie being able to start a relationship with Kid Cudi and with them being able to go to her parents' house for the holidays and spend weeks and all of this, they don't feel like she was under lock and key. What was under lock was her mind, that mind control. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at her as a victim and a villain. And I'm just going to say this. And some of you that's experienced DV, but definitely not to that extent, because it definitely wasn't like that for me. I experienced DV with somebody and went back. A lot of women do. Then me not being able to erase what happened, yeah, I had to go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that probably in the earlier stages with Cassie and Diddy, I think it could have played out like that. But then add on this money, this power, these promises, the control, the craziness, the fear, add on all of that. She really was stuck. Have a good night, Danya. We out of here. She really was stuck. So yeah, we'll have our mock trial next week. But let's get out of here on something that is hilarious. Have you guys seen the Instagram page of TJ Love Lady? And if you haven't, I'm going to bring it up. This is covered under the Copyright Disclaimer Act as well. I've been getting my life all week. Mixie Legends say Cassie wasn't a victim. Cassie wasn't a villain. All right. Yeah, we'll continue to talk about it. Have you guys been seeing these? Now, the first one that popped up on the scene, I'm going to show you guys before we go, was Tamar and Nene. Tamar sat down with Nene Leakes, and he did them. This is Sheree and the guy. Who gonna check me, boo? Shout out to this guy. He's doing AI creations, and it is hilarious. This shit is so funny. Take a look. This is Sheree, the scene. The scene. Who gonna check me, boo? Take a look.
If we're gonna do this, I want us to be on the same page. And if I ask you something, no matter how many times I ask you, if you can just let me know what's going on. So I do want to be a part of this event. I don't expect you to say, well, we've already had that conversation.
I'm a top level executive. I expect you to respect my time.
I do respect your time, but you need to respect mine as well.
When I ask you to go to the prep house with me and you agree to go and then you cancel.
You asked me the day of.
I asked you the day before.
No, honey, you asked me the day of. Every time I bring up concerns about the party to Anthony, an attitude. He gets upset. He gets smart. What? Who does that? This is business.
When we initially met and we agreed to do this event, I asked you.
You over-exaggerate. You came up.
Baby, here it comes. Y'all remember this part right here. Oh, my goodness.
With a helicopter that's going to come in there on this landing.
I said, this is a tentative idea.
Anthony promised a helicopter, and it's not happening now. And he won't even own up to the fact that he screwed up. Anthony is super incompetent. Where's Keisha?
If Keisha doesn't work, this is my event. You deal with me or you deal with no one.
How about?
Oh, Lord, this is Bravo Audio. I'm playing this now. If you guys see this disappear, or the replay gang, it may not be here because I don't know what Bravo gonna do with their audio. They be tripping. I wish we could alter the sound on Instagram. Let's continue. I'll delete it out the video if they tell me to.
I don't want to deal with you.
Okay, then you need to take your event and your attitude and be checked outside. You don't need a reality check.
No, you need a reality check.
Okay.
You don't have the connections, honey. It's Keisha.
Are you crazy? Move on me and do my resume.
You need to get your face out my face.
You need to watch yourself before you get checked.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Anyway.
Hilarious. Let me show you guys the one with Andy. Oh my goodness. He got one with Andy. I think it's this one. Philly girl, you've been watching these too. Oh my goodness. This is Candy, guys. Let me play it. Oh my goodness.
What happened to She by Sheree?
Now this one looked just like Andy. Look at Nene.
Excuse me?
Joggers. It's more lifestyle.
So he's talking about your clothing line. She by Sheree. Are you bringing it into it?
Oh. So if I'm going to
clear.
You weren't clear. I said I'm doing joggers.
Why am I getting so much backlash?
You're doing a line of She by Sheree.
Yeah, lifestyle.
Athletic.
Where? Yeah, athletic, but lifestyle.
When?
Probably more September. For that is spring summer.
Okay.
September spring summer.
What was a funny joke?
Look, if you guys are not following this guy, go over here. Absolutely hilarious. The first one, they said, no, sir, you got to thin out that wig with Tamar. I got to play a part of this. Tamar called Lonnie Love Big Back Cadillac when she was on Nene's. And the tripped out part about it is his second video, they told him, no, you got to darken Nene's eyebrows. He did that. And they said, you got to thin out that lace front for Tamar. He did that. But check this one out. And then I got to go.
Jenny Ma, and I'm assuming she casted Big Back Cadillac. Yeah, okay. So Big Back Cadillac, not Big Back Cadillac right there. Big Back Cadillac, I said it wrong. So we are talking about Lonnie. I've actually done a lot of work with Lonnie. I recently did the Oscars with Lonnie. So I also had, she had kitten heels on?
Kitten heels.
I had ladies. Did she have kitten heels on? I can't remember.
Child, these things are hilarious. Danya, you still here? I saw your comment telling me to have fun on my dinner date. Hilarious. Take a look at this one. I want you guys to see the difference in Tamar's wig, child.
Okay, they say you fall out with everybody. Okay,
that's
so
look.
Okay, you and Candy. What's y'all problem? Candy,
look how he didn't push the hair back. Look how he pushed the hair back. He is wrong.
If you're watching it, and we know you're watching. The thing is this: we don't have the issue with you. We're not jealous of you. We actually celebrate your success. No, seriously.
What made him come up with the babies? I love it though. Hilarious. This is Nene when she went to go see Kenya. Woo, child, the ghetto. Let's take a look at this one, then we out of here.
Oh, the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
That's supposed to be Kenya Moore.
Kenya, if you got a dog in there, you better put it up.
You have seen Velvet 100 times.
She sounds like she's a Doberman.
Oh, look at you.
Hi. Oh, you dressed all sharp. Where you live?
You look good.
What is this, honey?
There go the white refrigerator, child.
I had to move out of Kanye's house of horrors. I thought this was the best option for me on a short notice. This is not where I live. This is
where you live, honey. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Melvin, show me around. Oh, let me see. I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And they had a white refrigerator. I was like, oh, not a white refrigerator. Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Oh, Lord. Kenya, what is going on up in here?
This is where I've been since that crazy lady started.
Let me see, y'all. Kenya is in a 2.3-star hotel.
Y'all remember Nene confessional look with that dark makeup? This is amazing.
She definitely didn't want to pay over $129 a night.
Woo, child. Let me play that little part again.
The ghetto.
The ghetto. So again, if you guys are not checked, if you haven't, on Instagram, his page is TJ Love Lady. TJ Love Lady. Make sure to check him out. I just learned of him last week, with the Tamar Nene clip with the big back Cadillac, and the kitten heels, child. So funny. But that's it. I gotta go. Isn't it talent, Mixie Legend? Amazing. Because we know and we get that it is AI, but you still gotta match up the voices. You gotta do all of this. You know what I'm saying? And I just love it. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. But thank each and every one of you. This was a live that went here, there, everywhere. Hot topics. I love discussing hot topics. To my Patroni and a Cutie crew. Those of you, I don't know how you're celebrating the holiday. A lot of people celebrate on Sundays. A lot of people celebrate on Monday. But we will be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow on Patreon. And we start at about 6:45 Central, which is 4:45 my time. But join us. We have our live watch party and our discussion. So if you aren't with your family, come on through. I'll be there. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, shout out to the cuties in the building. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the replay gang yang. I appreciate you guys as well. Shout out to those of you that were in the bushes being spectator. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I got an hour and a half. I'm good. I got to edit the hell out of this video. You hear me? Because I'm about to play that, ain't I? On the way out the door. Shout out to the cutie moms that was in the building. Teresa, my sis, Pink Diva, also known as Pink Table Topics, as well as Linda Gamble. Thank you guys so much for modding for me. Cutie crew, we'll have a morning brew one day this week, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning. I enjoyed that morning brew. So I'll see you guys. What else? If you did not see the video, what video did I do earlier, child? Of Ralph in the basement. Check that out. We'll also talk about DDG losing a couple sponsors as well, coming up, and a lot more. But again, I thank you guys. I'm a jam while we on our way out. You will, April. Enjoy. Yes, it's hot. Bring I hope sure your clothes, bring your jacket for the evening, but it's hot, child. Let me look at the forecast before we go. Because it was an overcast today. I love an overcast. It could still be hot, but yeah, see, right now it's only 83. For us, that's not hot. Because you can add on 30 more degrees to that, and that's where we're gonna be by July. Roundabouts. But let's see. Yep, it's gonna get up there April. At 92, it'll be in the 90s all next week. 98 next Friday. All right, guys, I'm gonna listen to Ain't I on the way out the door, but I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great night. Enjoy your family. Happy Memorial Day again as well. And I will chat with you guys soon. I will, Teresa. I will. All right. Chat with you guys soon. Bye. I got to pause real quick. I told you guys I'm feeling a little hood radish today. That's why I'm listening to Ain't I? Shock my neighbor's child, because I don't know if I turn my system on. I got one upstairs and downstairs often, but I was blasting this earlier. So anyway, let me get this hood radish out of me, because I can't be hood radish on this at this date night. Love you, Red Ann. Hey, I gotta pause this right here. Okay, I'm gonna test y'all. Damn, I may have to start it over. Thank you, Mixie. Let's see. Okay, the part where it say, "Don't I be with J Money?" I want you all to put in the chat what comes after that. Don't I be with J Money? I'm not gonna say it. I'm trying to test y'all gangster. Y'all know y'all got some hood radish in you all as well. All right, let me start it over. Have a good night. Grand hustle boy. Hey. You got to know this, the remix right here. Grand hustle, baby, it's the king right here. You got to know we got like it's extra side. Here it comes. Extra cheese and broccoli. Young lady like to kick it like karate. Don't I be with J Money serving everybody? Hey, yes, L. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Mary Faith, you ain't getting nothing right, child. L got it. Serving everybody. Let me rewind that part. Don't I be with J Money serving everybody? Teresa, you cheating. You watching the comments. Serving everybody. All right, I ain't gonna stop it no more. Have a good night. Hey! With J Money serving everybody. We love the majesty, the throwing on the back. Take it off like a ride. Here come. My money on. Hey. Teresa. Yeah. Hey.
In the trunk and make you do the Macarena. To the floor, yeah, motherfucker, ain't I? All the black cool, I can buy a 10K now. Remix, young girl, and T.I. is a banger. You on that thing, you don't hear me trick, ain't I? Hey. Roll Russians, and I got them notions. We be in Ferraris, the cars with the horses. And I on the pill, right now, deal. I ain't 30 below, minus the red chill. And I'm back in chrome, and I'm strong. And I got it going on beyond strong.
Cutie Crew, remind me to show you guys a video of my ex driving one of them cars with the horses. Lambo. Get it, Mary Faith. Ain't I?
Percolate, but ain't I fresh as I could be? Making through my situation, ain't I blessed as I could be? Ain't I laughing at the haters trying to take a shot at me? They don't know which way to go. I make it easy.
Follow me.
Honestly, ain't I insane? I think that's the way I gotta be. Ain't I super fly? Boy, ain't nobody hot as me. Ain't T.I. all on TV when he wake up and go to sleep? Everywhere they know
notice me. Ain't for yourself, just go and see. My community, I'm serving, though they hope I don't succeed. Let me speak, they so intrigued. Hey, keep snitching, no indeed. You come with that common for your show, I have to commandeer. Since I see you can't take over, I just have to volunteer. Hey, ain't I your superior? Listen, where you not appear. I'm so once it ain't funny. Watch the G that I feel. Rep make it so loud and clear. Won't be gone for about a year, so paper trail you gotta hear. But ain't I out of here? Hey.
Alright, hey. All right, I've been playing this music to pump myself up and stay strong. Stay strong, girl. Keep them in the boyfriend experience lane only. That's what I'm trying to do. But I love you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your night. I will see the Patroni Cuties tomorrow, possibly YouTube Cuties at some point tomorrow morning. I doubt it, but possibly. All right. But enjoy your night. Be safe. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. Do not call you an Uber, a Lyft, your sister, your brother, your mama, your dad is somebody. Don't y'all do to Maurice Scott allegedly this weekend. Yeah, I'm about to tone it down, Teresa. I'm trying to be strong. He putting on the pressure. Putting on the pressure. So I'm trying to be strong. So when I'm trying to be strong, I gotta get the hood rap music in me. Well, I'm like, nah, I ain't looking for no relationship. You know. Anyway, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit-chat with QT. Chit-chat with QT. Chit-chat, chit-chat, chit-chat with QT.